Make my patchouli, and we're going to be testing out the Gingergrass from Essential Depot mixed with the patchouli. I got this from Essential Depot. There'll be a link in the description of the video. Everybody wanted patchouli. I would get, well, not everybody, but I would have people come up, don't you have patchouli? Don't you have patchouli? And then once I had patchouli, only the occasional buyer wanted the patchouli. And so, I don't know, I'm used to my soap selling really fast. I'm not used to a soap sitting on the shelf. If the soap sits on the shelf and or on the display table and nobody really buys it much, it's of no use to me. I like something that moves fast, and I continuously have to make more. So anyway, I decided that I would find another aphrodisiac and add it to the patchouli to see if that would make it more appealing. And when I read about the gingergrass essential oil, it said that it was also that type of essential oil used in that way. So we're going to give her a test today and see how that moves. Okay, and now for the patchouli, I'm going to do something that I know you're going to just think is totally crazy, because patchouli doesn't sound green, and it doesn't really sound green to me either. But I really wanted to test my celery seed, ground celery seed, and I wanted to see what color it comes out. So I am going to try only for a tester green. I'm going to try the ground celery seed and see what color it makes our patchouli. And this is what I do, because we have some solid oils in there. I just pop it up and down. And I'll do this one as well. I'm making a mess. I always make a mess when I do this part. Okay, so I will bring you back. I'm going to sit this right beside the crock, you know, for the last little bit of cooking, and let it warm it up. Okay, these two crocks here are going to be the patchouli, and they are almost done. So I'm going to go ahead and add my super fats and my spices the last 30 minutes of cook time, and stir those in. You can really smell the celery seed. I don't know if it's going to come out into the soap or not. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to change to a clean wooden spoon, and I'm going to stir this all up. And it looks like we're getting a pretty green. We'll just, you never know for sure when you test out a spice, but I think we're not getting like a real super dark green. It looks like it's sort of going a yellow green. We won't know for sure really till it's soaked a bit, but it looks like a very light green. Not getting a lot of darkness, even though you can see how dark it is here. Let's stir this one up. Alright, so now we're going to let that cook the last 30 minutes of the cook time in the soap. And these two crocks were actually put on at the same time as these two crocks, but they are not done yet enough to put the spices in and the super fats. So those super fats are still melting here by the pot, just getting warm with a little contact and pre-softening. Okay, we're going to bring the temperature down. I have been using my candy thermometer in the soap. I swirl it slightly, and you never want that to touch the bottom of your crock. And I wait until the hand is finished moving, and then I know that's the temperature. We're working with our flash points on our soap. And so it's still too warm, and I'm going to stir it to let some of the heat out. And by stirring the soap, we let some of the heat out, and we don't have to wait as long, because the cooling time can be a little tedious. And I'm always wanting to get it over with, so this is one of the little tricks of getting some of the heat out so you don't have to wait so long. And then we will put the lid back on and let it finish cooling. If you leave the lid off, the soap on the very top will get too cool and it will become hard. Okay, we're now going to do our test with our Gingergrass essential oil. And I'm going to do two different things with that. Okay, first I'm going to take out a little bit, because I want a couple of bars for me in just the Gingergrass. So let me pull this back. There we go. And so I am going to put 1 tablespoon of the Gingergrass in my soap. And I'm going to need another spoon. And I'm going to stir it around. Oh, isn't that lovely? And I think this color would just be perfect for Gingergrass. That smells absolutely heavenly. It has a note to it that I'm going to have to think about what it smells like. So I'm going to put my board in, and I'm going to take and move this soap into the mold. Oh, that is so heavenly. I think Gingergrass is going to become a major part of my soaping repertoire. Is that a word? I think it is. So now let's see if we can get our board up here. And I'm going to put just a little swirl on top. And that is going to be me some Gingergrass to experiment with and see just what it smells like, because Gingergrass is a standalone fragrance. It does not have to be paired. But now we're going to play with pairing it. So we've got that ready. So now let's bring this back and get ready for our pairing of Gingergrass. So let me stir this up a bit. There we go. Now, patchouli is one essential oil that requires a lot to smell. You have to put a lot of patchouli in your soap to make it work. So there we go. So now let's stir our patchouli in, and it has a yellowing factor to it, so we're going to definitely get some yellowing and altering our color slightly because of the patchouli. Some essential oils don't have color, and some do. And that has really been a nice additive to that green, I think. Alright, now I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of Essential Depot's Gingergrass Essential Oil. Alright, and now let's get our tripod better set up. I'm just learning to work with a tripod, and so I'm doing patchouli and gingergrass. And this is going to be, I need to put the lid on my gingergrass because it is so delectable, I do not want to lose a drop. I'm telling you, that is some good stuff. I'll let you know more tomorrow, and let's see how that soap comes out. I like my soap good and strong, and so I made mine good and strong. Okay, so I have put 3 tablespoons of this awesome essential oil in here now, and that is Gingergrass by Essential Depot. And there was 5 tablespoons of the patchouli. That is heavenly. Okay, I'm going to get ready to mold. Okay, now we are going to mold our soap. And I think that this is a wonderful pairing. Patchouli and gingergrass. Okay, and let's clean our spoon. And we're going to need another board. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slide it right in there and push forward. And then I'll take that soap and push it forward. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm going to take my little wand and put a swirl on the top. And let's see, I'm going to have me a little soap ball. There we go. Make me up a soap ball. I'm going to put that over there to dry. And woo, it's really hot still from the bottom. And we'll put that over there on the shelf and let it dry. And ooh, it smells good. Alright, now we'll move our soap, and I'll do the same. I'll put a couple of paper towels right here in this hole, and we'll move our soap and cover it up with plastic. And that's what that looks like when I put the paper towel in there. I just roll it up and stuff it in and try to make sure my board is sitting up straight. Okay, there's our soap snuggled up under a plastic bag. The warmth will be caught under that, and then tomorrow we will take it out and cut it. And but the heat makes for happier soap. And after you put the plastic bag on, you can even put a lightweight towel or blanket to hold more heat in. Okay, I wanted to show you where I bought the essential oils that we tested today. I bought those at Essential Depot, and I bought the Gingergrass, which this is July, and it is on sale at the moment for $10.99. Now we're going to talk about the Gingergrass. Okay, it's an analgesic, antiseptic, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antidepressant, aphrodisiac, which was the purpose that I wanted to use it for, well, it has an expectorant, there we go, expectorant properties. You know me and my reading. Okay, some of these big words. Alright, Gingergrass essential oil has been proved effective in promoting blood circulation, blood flow, and the circulatory system. This oil has calmative properties that helps in reducing stress and relaxing the mind. It opens up sinus passages, reduces stress, and uplifts the mood. Acne, nervous exhaustion, mood fluctuations, sore throat, viral infections, I think that's gingivitis. It's a word I cannot pronounce. Vaginitis. Intestinal infections. Another word I'm not sure I'd pronounce right. Urethritis. Headaches, allergies, and sinus congestion, and are treated with the spicy power of the natural oil. Blocked nasal passages, problematic breathing passages are also cleared with the help of this oil. It is an with its aphrodisiac properties. Okay, now another website just had a little short description. It says improves circulatory and blood flow, reduces stress, calms, is uplifting, excellent for relief of sinus congestion, euphoric, and aphrodisiac. So, and you know, when I was mixing the essential oils, I don't know, but I just seemed to get happy. I mean, I just didn't realize it. I was tired, but I just seemed to get happy just from the breathing of it in. So, now I had a really hard time defining its smell, and I picked two different descriptions off the internet. One said that it is warm, spicy like ginger with just a hint of green grass, lemon, and a floral note, and I really think that well describes it. But another place said it's sharp green note that is particularly well suited to men's cologne and freshener, sportier scents. Okay, and I also picked this up off of a website, and I thought it was worth bringing forward when we talk about using essential oils in soaps and getting more than just the cleansing benefit. Okay, the quickest, safest, and most effective method in which to utilize the powerful benefits of essential oil is to simply breathe them in. When oils are inhaled, they have the ability to get into the body via the respiratory system. And through the lungs, they can be absorbed into the body almost instantly. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting the bottle straight to your nose. Using a tart burner or some type of warming device to put the odor in the air would be, I think, more appropriate. Okay, and then another effective way to use the oil is to apply them topically and allow them to soak into the skin through the pores. When applied to the skin, be sure to dilute if necessary. They will absorb quickly, and as a benefit will also smell great. Now, of course, essential oils should be diluted. Diluting them in soap and then taking a tub bath or taking a bath with them causes the skin to have the opportunity to absorb the essential oils. And so that is one of the reasons that I thoroughly enjoy using essential oils in soap. So now let's go take that soap out of the mold and give it a cut. Hello. Our soaps came out of the mold and now they're ready for the cut. And you can see this one came out a little odd because it was in between the boards. This one here is for me. Oh, it is so nice. This would be so awesome. I think the gingergrass would be good with lemongrass. Lemongrass is very powerful, very strong, doesn't take a lot to make it work. This I think will take a little bit more to make it work than lemongrass, but I think the combination of the two would be awesome. I think gingergrass would be good with pomarosa. It would be good with peppermint. It would be good with any of your, I bet gingergrass and lavender. Oh, that would be so awesome. I'm very pleased with the gingergrass. When I utilized it, when I smelled it yesterday, with the soap was wet before we molded it, it was a little stronger. And so I think it would take, if you were doing it all by itself like this one, just a little bit more than what I put in there would be nice. But this is still what we call medium. I just like strong. And you might like a milder scent, but I like a stronger scent. So I would put just a touch more. And this will take just a little bit more work on the trimming because I did this. Oh, I may be wrong. No, now it is very strong. On the outside, once I cut it, the smell is much stronger. So I may be completely and totally wrong about that. So now um, we have one end cut and whatnot. When I get an odd one like this, um, I work at it to get the most soap possible out of it, and and so here I think I'm going to be able to get 2 bars for myself, and I might give one to a friend because we're testing it. Oh yeah, and it's much more potent once I cut it. And scents seem to become more powerful after the cure. And so I may be wrong about that. That may be all I need. So, but you're going to play with it. You're going to buy some and play with it. So, and I'm going to stick this one in my shower right away because it's an end piece, but see, it's all crooked. But I'm going to put this one over here to curing for me, and then these two here I'm going to cure regular in the stack because they're pretty. And then I think I'll give one to a friend, and I think I will then utilize the other one. But also, I just want to compare the colors, so I'm going to keep these over here. So now we're going to look at our aphrodisiac soap. And I think just smelling, it just makes you feel cheerful. I mean, I read about that, but this is the first time I just really noticed it. I mean, I just really noticed it. I remember that I was tired, and I remember when I was mixing the essential oils in that I just got a little giddy and happier, and I get giddy easy. This is much better than patchouli by itself. Highly recommend this mixture of the patchouli and the gingergrass. Rosemary, I believe it's rosemary, is also considered a mood lifter. And so I think I might even try patchouli, gingergrass, and rosemary. And I'm definitely going to do, I do a really, really, really popular soap. It is lavender and lemongrass, oats and honey. Mmm. Definitely something to give someone for their honeymoon. Um, but I make a lavender and lemongrass with oats and honey, and I'm definitely adding the ginger grass to that. It's extremely popular. There's just something about lavender and lemongrass that goes well together, and I just really think lavender, lemongrass, and gingergrass will go well. And I may even, if I may even do the gingergrass by itself. And I have some ground ginger, and ground ginger does not have much of a color. It's just makes things a little extra creamy, tanny, and but the smell, I thought that the scent came out a little bit in the soap, and I didn't think that it paired well with anything that I was making. But ginger grass, then the spice of ginger. Hey, that sounds like a winner to me. So I think that would be a good combination for a soap, to use ginger grass and then ground powdered ginger spice as the colorant. And I think that would be awesome. And then I think this ginger grass would go well with, it would go well with sandalwood. I have some sandalwood, and I bet that would go really well with sandalwood. What else? Eucalyptus. That would be really nice with eucalyptus. The eucalyptus would put a little camphor and a little, that smell to it. And that would be a good carrier for the ginger grass smell. So There is so many things. And this gingergrass, when you smell just the gingergrass by itself, it has a green hibiscus, or maybe it's a green grassy, mildly hibiscus with a floral note. And that floral note is what gets me, because it just really, really, really smells good. That floral note is what makes you go, ooh, what's that? So I'm really, really fond of this gingergrass. Um, I know you're going to buy some and play with it. There'll be a link in the bottom of the description to where I bought it if you want to buy you some. I highly recommend it. Essential Depot gingergrass is really, really, really nice. I cannot testify to other people's gingergrass because this is the only gingergrass I have ever tested. I've never purchased it until today. And so I can only attest to their gingergrass being excellente. And let's see. I'm just cutting away. I wanted to show you the difference between the colors when we added. Ooh, I'm telling you, and maybe add me some rosemary in there too. I may just have to try that mix. Rosemary, patchouli, and gingergrass. I wanted to show you the difference in the color, and that's just the patchouli, and it's a natural colorant to the soap. So you can add patchouli, because you have to put so much patchouli in a soap, you can put your patchouli in there and not use a colorant and still have a slight color. So there is that one. And this is using our ground celery seed. That's the only thing I use for colorant. Make sure I'm up high enough. And the gingergrass, there's almost a sweet ginger smell to it. Oh, and the patchouli, it really, really complements the patchouli. I thought it would, and it really does. I think this one, as I told you, I was struggling, having issues with my patchouli not moving. I found that patchouli is an acquired taste. Those people who love patchouli buy everything they see with patchouli and scream and giggle when they find patchouli. And those people who are just your run-of-the-mill person who's never heard of patchouli are not always madly in love with patchouli. And so I needed to do something to increase its potential to customers. And so I've added the aphrodisiac gingergrass and the aphrodisiac patchouli together. And also it's a mood lifter. I know it's made me feel better. I really do. And my sinuses, I think we read also that gingergrass, was it gingergrass that had some opening your sinuses potential? If not, we need to add that, because I can feel my sinuses feel more clear, and I don't know, they feel sort of stimulated in a way. It really feels good. I mean, it's not a bad way. It's like when you smell eucalyptus and you go, ah. So, there we go. Got one little lump. And now, this piece here will be our last one. And I will put that one on top. Now I'm going to move these over to a plastic shelf that I have right over here. But if something happens that you've got a metal shelf, or if you're not sure if your shelf would be good for drying, just to set your soap directly down on it, take and put a piece of freezer paper with the plastic side up on your shelf, and then just stack it. You want to leave I like to leave an inch between bars, and I stack them on top of each other just like I have them here. I stack them straight up, and in 3 days, I usually run a fan. In 3 days, this soap's going to be ready to take a bath. So I'm really excited about trying this one here out, and I can't wait to see what my customers have to say. I mean, that's like the fun, I think, is seeing a customer's face when they smell a soap and go, "Ooh, what's that?" So I can't wait to get my customers' opinion of this, and I really hope that you try it too, because it's really awesome. So please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please give me some comments, and please share. We now have the feature with YouTube, so that you can, when you hit the like button, it comes up for you to share it on Facebook or Twitter or MySpace, I think it is, or something. There's 3 choices. And so please share if you think that this video was worth sharing with your friends. And I would so appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye, YouTube. All right, this is the soap all stacked up. If you would like to purchase some, I have a Ipsy website, and I have a personal website, and I'll have a link in the description, and you can purchase some soap from me. I do international and Canada and Mexico and the United States.